Hey guys, I have a rare opportunity to test out both a Pixel 6 and a Pixel 6 7. So they're identical as far as software goes. So I wanted to see what it's like to test, what the speed differences are like, performance difference. So it's already been rebooted once before. I want to see what it's like, the restart time for both. So just for curiosity's sake, I just kind of restarted it both at the same time and see what happens. See who's gonna come up first. 6 on the left, 7 on the right. Sorry for the bad camera, but like I said, I'm not really a full-time YouTuber. I don't have any Minecraft equipment or anything. And before you say, oh, you got a lot of equipment, that was a long time ago. A lot has changed. Kind of the reason why I don't really do YouTube videos anymore, because, yeah, a lot has changed in my life. I'm not going to get into it right now. But, oh, I kind of missed it. It almost looks like that one came up first. But once I logged in, that one came up and started working. I'm going to try one more time. Because I'm not sure if I did that perfectly, like synchronized. Let's see what happens. Because the first few times I tried it, it did seem like the 7 did boot up first. Only by a slight amount. No, they're basically the same. And part of the reason why I wanted to test that out, oh, this time this one loaded faster. I think they're way too similar. I kind of feel, I'm starting to get a feel that they feel the same. I'm not really sure if this is actually any faster. Well, now it's finished loading everything else. I'm not really sure if that's indicative of anything, but let's do an actual benchmark. Right here, I actually have Geekbench on, one of the benchmarks. Again, you can see, I don't know if you can see, 6, 6 Pro, 7 Pro, both on the fullest, latest update. This one did see that this is a tensor, although this one doesn't actually say tensor on here, so I'm not really sure. Maybe this app wasn't updated to give it the proper name. Slight bump in speeds, although the cores are different. Let's check it out. interesting. So, I'm sorry about the camera angle and the production value, but like I said, I don't really, all my videos are impromptu and all that good stuff. So, I'm even on my bed actually. So, take that, Tony. Anyways, it did bear how I felt about, my actual experience with this. Speed was a both. Oh, and my tablet fell over. By the way, I'm filming on a Galaxy Tab S8 Plus, so I'm gonna give my old iPad that was gone. Single core is faster by a bit, but I'm surprised to see that the multi-score was actually lower. I don't know if you saw earlier, but it seems like the benchmark, this one was slower than this one at first. Like this one was pulling, and then towards the end, this one pulled away. Not really sure if it's a thermal difference. That's why, but as you can see, this is kernels and everything is the same because it's been updated to the same level. This is Raven, this is Cheetah. Those are the internal names. Like I said, they have the proper name for this. I guess it's because it's in the database, but they didn't have the proper name over here on the 7 because it's probably still too new. And, the processor is really similar. There was really not much. They both are XNOR based on the Samsung, based on Samsung's processor, SoC. But there is, besides the speed difference though, which is, it looks very minor, which may account for the fact that that's why it's so similar. And of course, this goes into the details of the individual scores, as you can see. Everything is slightly faster over on this right side, but it doesn't seem to accumulate to a multi-bench score that is higher. Just a single core one. And I don't know why it gives us different numbers to compare with. Oh, because this one only compares Google phones, and while this one seems to compare everyone. These are the same version benchmarks, so I'm not really sure why that's the case. And I already ran these tests a few times, and it's kind of feeling like it's the same results for me. And as you can see, looks like what these would be considered performance cores are the A76 are slightly upgraded from the A76. This is A78. The mid-range cores are A55. They haven't changed. And the speed hasn't changed either. But again, oh, I'm sorry, this one is the performance core. I think the Cortex A1, 2.8 and 2.85, so it's slightly faster on the right side. So really the only cores that seems to have changed are the A76 and the A78. So, and you can also see the GPU is different. But that's it. Yeah, surprisingly not much as far as performance wise. If you were looking to upgrade For the performance, it's really not worth it. Fingerprint sensor does feel like it's slightly faster and more accurate on the right side. Again, to me, it's a minor update. Camera system is probably where you'll probably see the most update. By the way, this one has black. It looks like has a black protector on it. Otherwise, it is all brushed aluminum silver on here. Actually, it's not brushed aluminum. Actually, it's kind of like polished one. And a lot of people keep complaining that it's easy to scratch. So that's why I put a protector on there. And I kind of like this one because it kind of gives it that black visor look, just like the 6 did, which I kind of like this design a little better. But yeah, very minor differences. Cameras have some minor differences too. It does have better zoom, 30x digital now versus 20. I believe this one has a 5x optical versus a 4x optical zoom. And there's finally a macro lens on here. And what else is the difference? And the telephoto, can go down go as far as 0.5x, where this one was only able to do 0.7x. They enabled a few more software freebies on here for photo, like photo unblur, which is missing on that one. I think that's kind of bullshit, because it's kind of like that is a software feature that can be enabled on both. Again, the processor is not that much different, so they can't really say, oh, it's a hardware limitation. So there's no real excuse to kind of keep that feature away. Except for the fact that they just want us to upgrade. They want it to be a reason for people to upgrade to the 7, I guess, and to add it all up. Photo quality, I haven't really gotten too much time to play with, but I've read some reviews, and it does seem like the 7 is ever so slightly better. But not really. You can go on Google and test it yourself or see for yourself. I looked at it and I could barely see any difference. If they were really tiny, and could probably come into like just how the person took the photo. Oh, and if you're wondering why it looks different as far in the front, like this one seems to be more reflective on the screen than this one's because of a screen cover. That one does not have a screen cover, which also explains why there's a dark circle here. This one has a little bit of glue here for the screen to stick better on this part because of this fingerprint sensor. But yeah, other than that, it feels right at home, really. If you're wondering why I even got this, is because it was actually a gift from my brother. That was a gift from my brother too. He knew it's actually my birthday. Okay, I will admit it, and he knew to get me something that I would not get myself, because he already knew, like, yeah, I'm always interested in the next Pixel, but the thing is, I already knew that this wasn't that much different from that, which is why I was like, yeah, I'll wait until next gen. But he surprised me with this too, which is really genuinely touching. I actually teared up when I saw it. So I guess I now have another phone to sell. He didn't want it back. He just said, yeah, sell it, put it up. He doesn't care. I'm like, okay. So so that's how I got a chance to get these two to side by side. And no, that's pretty much it. Just a rare opportunity to compare, to do a speed test between the two. Actually, you know what? There's one more thing I want to try. oh, make a liar out of me, I guess. I was like, hey, it's one is faster. This is the faster fingerprint, and it didn't bear fruit on camera. Neither of them are good. Both are optical sensors. So, what was I going to want to try? Oh yeah, speed test on the internet, which I've always thought was a very flawed test to begin with, because they're both on Wi-Fi. So let me make sure that I'm on the same radio at least. Oops, sorry. Yep, they're on the same radio, same channel, same SSID, because my router has multiple radios and multiple APs. So, and why I call this a flawed test is because, you know, they're both pulling from the same source. So both kind of fighting for the same bandwidth. But at the same time, it does seem like I'm actually surprised both combined together. So let's do it one at a time and see what happens. I'm going to close this out. Come on. Let's do this one first on its own. It pulled together. There was probably a little bit of interference. Again, within margin of error, I think. Only because it's like, again, we're talking Wi-Fi here. Oh, and it crashed. Wonder what that's all about. But anyways, it's an identical experience. Now, some people also say that this one will have better radio reception on cellular. I didn't experience it. I never had an issue, with the 6 Pro, probably because, again, I think it just really depends on where you live and what the signal is like, but I've never had a dropout yet with this particular phone, so I don't expect that with this one. So if it's true, people are saying that they were having some issues with this one, but no longer with this one. To me, that does sound like this would have a better cellular modem or cellular radio, which just means for me it's like it's going to be even more rock solid for phone calls for me. So because I didn't even have any problems with that one. So all right, well, I know I haven't made a video in a while, and again, like I said, I got the 2, so I might as well check it out. Yeah, low production values. That's the name of this channel. Again, a lot of people complain about it. It's like, get a stand, did this or that. I was like, you know what? This video isn't really, just to like, hey, it's a production value type thing. It's guerrilla warfare. It's like, it's just whatever I got. I'm in my bedroom, got a chance. I was like, hey, I just want to film this just to see, because I was curious as to the speed. I was like, maybe I should film this and put this up on YouTube. It was kind of a spur of a moment thing. So that's the kind of video that this YouTube channel is all about. And if you're cool with that, cool. If not, then see ya. All right. You guys have a good one. Bye.